Welcome back to the county seat. Our topic today has been the Transfer of Public Lands Act. We've gone through quite a bit. The last question that I want to ask, because this is the one that I hear the most from people, particularly detractors, they say, Utah's wasting its money. There's no foundation for this argument if it goes to court. We'll be throwing good money after bad, and it's unwinnable. It's untenable. What is your answer to that?
Well, number one, we can't afford not to. We're in a situation that, from a budget standpoint, we've got the resource if we have the will. But it's already been done before, Chad. And then there's a great white paper on the American Lands Council website, americanlandscouncil.org, done by a law professor in Southern California. And he shows how historically, legally, constitutionally, our promises are the same to all the states east of Colorado, where the federal government obligated itself to dispose of title. We gave it clear title at statehood so that it could dispose, so that 5% of those proceeds would benefit our school children, and then we would have the ability to tax the land and be able to provide essential government services going forward. Promises are the same, Chad.
And they didn't live up to it?
Not to ours so far. We're still 2/3 of our land controlled by the federal government. We're waiting for them to keep the same promise to Utah they already kept with all the states east of Colorado.
Well, Senator Lee, you said that Washington hasn't paid much attention, but do they have an obligation here?
I think so, and I think regardless, it's going to become increasingly evident that the state of Utah and its government are ready to deal with this problem, a problem that is long overdue for some kind of remedy. It's Washington, D.C. that needs to get its act together. It's Washington, D.C. that needs to recognize the fact something needs to be done here. We've racked up, through our federal government, $16.5 trillion in debt. We're adding to that debt at a rate of more than $1 trillion every single year. We've got some choices to make about how we get out of that. Some have suggested just cutting defense and eviscerating our ability to protect ourselves. Others have suggested let's borrow more from the Chinese. Others are suggesting let's tax an already overtaxed American people even more than we are now. I think we owe the American people more than that, and I think we need to look at some of the resources that we have. We can manage these resources, we can utilize them to our benefit in a manner that is environmentally responsible, but we need to act, and we need to get out of this mindset that says only the federal government may own and manage federal public lands, and it must do so in the way that it has been for a long time.